What's good? It's your boy Chief, back inside the Lions Den. Appreciate you for joining us. Welcome back. This is episode 25 of the Doormen Podcast. Let's see what's going on in the world of security. So, a lot of hoopla going on this week. There's been an ongoing conversation about security and about why police officers and military guys don't make the best EP agents. So there's a guy who I follow who's on social media. He makes good videos, man, informative, very knowledgeable and experienced guy in the EP field. And I want to bring him on at some point very soon. And we're going to talk about a few things that we've been talking about. He did a very good breakdown of why police officers, and I even believe he is a former police officer, why they don't make the best EP guys. Similar to the story that I told last week about some of the worst guys I've ever worked with, military guys, and how this guy was, calling out tag numbers and license plates of cars that were riding by, thinking that was part of EP, thinking that's part of what we do, because that's what he was trained to do in military. It's two different skill sets, completely two different things, and it's the same with police officers. So I'm going to bring him on soon and add him to one of the lives, and we'll talk about some things regarding that and some other current events and things going on in the security world. Now, a funny little add-on to that, and we were leaving the venue and there was, you go down the tunnel going into the back area of the venue, the loading dock typically. And this guy was telling us, we shouldn't go back and use the loading dock, even though this is where every VIP and celebrity who goes to that venue goes. But he has a military background. So he's telling us we shouldn't use the tunnel and we got to keep an eye out because it's sniper points and we're on the low ground and sniper points, you know what I mean? I'm like, sniper points? Foolishness. Talking about sniper points. Bro, what on earth are you talking about? Anyway, okay. So, quick video today. We're going to go through quickly a few videos about some things that have been going on this week with security that came across my desk. Let's look at the first one. This is involving Lil Tjay. Now, so apparently Lil Tjay was in Madison Square Garden. He was attending the WBO lightweight championship fight between Keyshawn Davis and Dennis Barinch. I don't know how to say his last name. It was a boxing fight on Friday when things got heated. Witnesses say TJ and his entourage were trying to push their way into the VIP section without clearance, which led to a confrontation with security. Now, security told him he wasn't allowed in. Things turned physical. Madison Square Garden wasted no time in responding to the incident, and the venue made it clear that behavior like this won't be tolerated. So he has been banned from Madison Square Garden. So let's look at this video and let's see what we see here.
I had to show up for my son, man. Keyshawn Jr. Man, he was in the crowd watching me, man. I had to show up for my boy, you know what I'm saying? It's just mean a lot to me right now. I'm usually being the ring with me so I can be home, but when he look back at this day, man, he'll be proud of his father. All week, we're cleaning out this belt.
And so, let me listen. Shout out to that guard for remaining professional. A guy spitting on you, there's not too much that's more disrespectful than somebody spitting in your face. I don't know if you guys saw that recent video of that. It just reminded me of that lady who's in the airport and she's told that she can't get on a flight and she goes and spits in the flight attendant's face and she goes to jail for it. Spitting in somebody's face is assault. Something like this, man, you're doing your job. You're telling a guy he can't be in a section. He's trying to push past you, according to reports. He's embarrassed. You see him looking up at the Jumbotron. He's looking around, nervous. And he decides right about here that he needs to do something to, make himself look tough because maybe he's not feeling tough in the moment. And he spits in somebody's face. As security, there's an unwritten rule. And I get that venue security is a little bit different. This guy remained extremely professional. Shout out to him. Great job. But there's an unwritten rule. Venue security is different. If I'm doing venue security, if we're at a club, we're at a lounge, if we're at some place like this, and somebody throws a punch, spits, does anything to that level of disrespect, it's going down. Point blank, period. You got to respect in people who do anything. I don't care who they are. The trash man, the president, the guy cutting the grass, the tax guy. It don't matter what man it is. You respect men as men, period. Spitting in a man's face, you're just asking for it. And in my opinion, something like this, man, so uncalled for. You spit in a guard's face, he is lucky. He is lucky. Like this guy who came from behind right here, this guy here who grabbed him, you know what I'm saying? He's lucky because a lot of security teams would have acted in a different way and that could have gone different. When you raise the stakes to that degree and you spit in a man's face, you're opening yourself up to anything that could come with that. And that could get bad. So that was the first thing that came across my desk. Good job handling it by that security. Been to Madison Square Garden many times. They have very solid security. Here's the next one. We'll see what goes on. Yeah, so this is just a fight with security that happened outside of the crypto.com arena. And this is just... So I don't know the specifics of this. What led to it? They said that somebody pushed security, but it led to a scrap. The only thing I would say here, man, when it comes to security, it's so tough sometimes because even though somebody disrespects you to the degree that it warrants whooping their, a lot of times you got to have let the cooler head prevail, right? It's smarter to chill, and it's not easy oftentimes to let someone disrespect you, let somebody say something crazy to you. And oftentimes when you do this long enough, you realize that like a lot of people say stuff because security is an easy target. Number one, they know you're just working. These people would never say some of the things they say and do some of the things that they do if you were just a normal person hanging out that day, chilling. A lot of times they push the envelope because you are security. You're working in a professional capacity. And they know that they can probably get away with saying some things, doing some things that they wouldn't usually do on a normal day-to-day situation. And so that's upsetting to a lot of guys because at the end of the day, I'm a man first, as we just talked about. So when you're saying what you say to me or whatever security is working, just be ready to stand on that because not everybody is going for the nonsense. You remember that video that I posted of, it was a streamer, but he was at a concert and the security was on the stage, keeping them off of the stage. And they were taunting the security and it was all fun and games. And then one of them like hit the security's hat off his head, right? Now, here's what you have to remember. These are people. So there is no, even though you're supposed to do a certain thing, you might run into the wrong guy on the right day. And in that situation, that security jumped off that stage, boom, hit this streamer, chipped this tooth, knocked this tooth out. And, it's like you just might get that guy. So you don't know who you're dealing with. So it's best practice, treat everybody with respect. But from the security side, it's dangerous to play these kind of games, right? It's dangerous. I hate, and I've been a part of Brawls, but I would say that, especially as an owner of a company, I hate when things like that happen because you punch a guy, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6", 280 pounds. And if I punch a guy, right or wrong, the reality is you don't know anybody's health. You don't know what they're good. He could die. If I punch a guy and hit him in the right spot, or he falls and hits his head wrong, that's assault, right? You could go to jail for a long time. And there are people who have just simply been in a fight and killed someone and went to jail for that, or seriously injured someone. There's a lot of lawsuits that happen behind the scenes. People sue security companies all the time because of guys who are doing too much, guys who start fights. And sometimes even if they started, we're expected to be professional. They have no expectation to handle things in a professional manner. So a lot of times you just got to eat it. Now, where it gets different is when things become physical. If they threaten you, if they threaten your life, you're denying the guy access, he's embarrassed, he's with his girl, you know, hey, I got something for you, I'm gonna be right back. All that kind of stuff, you take that serious and you handle that however you gotta handle that, because that is a direct threat on your life. And so you do whatever you got to do with that. But especially if they come back and you see them again, yeah, you've already threatened me. I have to take that serious. I am going home. I'm going home. So if you want to make it a me or you thing, I hope you're training. That's all I can say. I hope you've been training, because I have. And you got to do what you got to do. But for the most part, best practice, I would say, remain professional as much as you can. You don't want to pick up a silly lawsuit. You don't want to go to jail for assault. Have that on your record and then have that hinder your ability to move and work and make your money. So a lot of times it's not worth it when you get into these little situations. So yeah, man, a couple of situations that came across my desk, man. I'm going to make another video tomorrow on something that was sent to me today. I want to get a little more information on it, but that's the episode today, man. Very quick one, episode 25. I appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't done it. Why haven't you done it? That's my time, man. I appreciate you guys checking in. I'll see you next time. Peace.